The proper way to say it is Rioja. It's like you're trying to clear your throat. Warlass calls it Rioja because she's from the Nordic countries.
Rioja.
Rioja. If you're a proper dafty, you might say Rioja or Rioja. But if you're from Newcastle, you'll say it properly. Rioja. So Rioja, it's really popular. You'll see it in all the supermarkets. You can buy it in a big box. You can sit by your fake fireplace and watch Netflix. So Rioja comes from northern Spain. Tempranillo is the grape variety. So Rioja's got different levels, different classifications. And the basic Rioja that you'll see is probably only aged for a year or so, and it might not even have any oak. As you start to move up the levels of quality, you're going to get more complex, powerful wines. So the next level up is Crianza. So that's going to be 1 year in bottle and 1 year in barrel. So a little bit more complexity there. Then you're going to start getting up to the serious wines, so Reserva wines. These aren't always the big daddy wines. Like, you can get Reservas quite cheap, but they're still going to have oaky flavours, power. You've got all them concentrated berries, and that's 1 year in oak and 2 years in the bottle. And then you get to the Billy Big Bollocks wines, the Gran Reservas, and this is 2 years in barrel and 2 years in bottle. These are the wines that have got the most power and the most complexity, and these are the really impressive ones that you can age for decades. So one of the producers that I love is Lopez Derendia. These guys, they release their wines very late, so when you get a bottle of this, it's already got like 10 years on it. You can even buy it in Waitrose.
£29.
£29 in Waitrose?
Yeah.
This vintage?
2006.
Like 2006 is the latest vintage because they hold so much back, so you're going to get a perfectly stored bottle of epic Rioja. With these baller producers, you're going to get the power, you're going to get the complexity, but you're also going to get elegance as well. These sorts of wines is like a rugby player doing ballet. Textbook Rioja, you've got your dark fruits, you've got the powerful flavours, you've got a bit of vanilla-y woodiness as well, juicy aromatics like orange skin and perfume and all sorts. They'll go well with meats, rich foods. It's a comforting wine. It's the sort of wine that you get when the weather turns a bit shite. Are you ready for the cellar tour? I've actually got this mint bottle of Gran Reserva that I'm going to have a little glass of. I've got a bottle from 1970 here. This is from Campo Viejo, you know, the very popular supermarket brand. I don't know what that's going to be like, but you never know, do you? Right, here we go. Right, this is one of my favourites. It's the Rioja Alta, Gran Reserva, the 904 one. We're caravanning, because it's a weekday. They don't make this wine in every vintage, so they only make it in special years. So the reason this wine is so good is because it's got all of the power but none of the weight. Dark cherries, dark fruits, it's got this like an orange peel on it. It drinks really well. It's like very silky and easy to drink. You know what? This wine reminds me of my late granddad. It smells like cigars, leather, bit musty, Old Spice. All the granddad sort of smells, minus the farts and the bad breath. So that's it. That's the 904.
Yeah.
The Billy Big Bollocks. So this is the perfect time of year to get your feet up, put the fire on, get Netflix on, and get yourself a bottle of Rioja.
This is a wine.